You are now tuned into the FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah. Syndicated worldwide to bring real black radio back to the masses.
All right, everybody, 1212, what's going on? You're now in tune to another session of the syndicated worldwide FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah. Since 1998, whether it's on your FM dial, internet radio station, podcast, or website, we're up in the mix to bring you a slice of what we call 21st century black radio for the masses, which is a mixture of old and new school music from the black diaspora, as well as news, commentary, and interviews. On the news, commentary, and mixing, you got myself, DJ Fusion. On the side, you got my bro, Jon Judah. What's going on there, Judah?
Yes, indeed. We on Wide World. It's the beautiful one, the most hated one, and of course, the God man, funky man. Of course, chilling with Fusion. What's the deal, Fusion?
Doing good. Glad to bring another 3-hour block of black radio goodness to the masses as always. We always got to shout out our folks who listen to the show by whatever means, whether it's through our wonderful broadcast affiliates, which you can check out on blackradiosback.com at our official blog. Just click up top at the affiliates link, as well as the folks who check us out on demand, whether it's through one of the internet streaming services like Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, or Flycast FM, or via podcast through iTunes, Zune, or your music RSS feeder of choice. We got a lot of good old and new music this week, along with our segments from our friends over at the Black Agenda Report with Glenn Ford, Free Press's Media Minutes, and the Black University Radio Network's Direct FX. So yeah, it's gonna be jumping per usual, so that's definitely what's up.
Yep.
And just to get into promo spiel real quick before we get into our own personal commentary and the mixes, you can always check out what's going on with the FuseBox Radio Broadcast at our official website, FuseBoxRadioOnline.com, which has a brief history of the show archives, mixtape links, and a whole bunch of other good stuff that we're all up into. We mentioned our blog site, blackradiosback.com. I'm still doing some fiddling with that, but it's going to go through a big change pretty soon, so definitely keep in tune with that. If you want to check out the FuseBox Radio Broadcast archive for the past 2 years, you can go through our friends over at Podomatic to fuseboxradio.podomatic.com if you want to listen to it directly through your computer system. And for all my people on the social networks, the majority of the social networks we're on ends with /FuseboxRadio, so twitter.com/FuseboxRadio, myspace.com/FuseboxRadio, Facebook.com/FuseboxRadio. Actually goes directly to my personal page. If you want to go to the official FuseBox Radio like page on Facebook, that's Facebook.com/FuseboxRadio show in one straight word. And I think that's the main part of the promo spiel, besides shouting out our folks on the written end of the spectrum with planetill.com, and Oh Hell No Blog, ohhellnoblog.com. Both sites the FuseBox Radio vibe represents, with the music staffs over there for different articles folks write up and contribute to, and all of that goodness and good stuff. Surprisingly, at least it feels that way to me, it's like spring seems to be literally around the corner, especially this abnormally warm weather we're having here in the East Coast. And both myself and Judah are going to have a lot of stuff going on, so as those events get locked down properly and everything, we'll definitely announce them here on the show and through our various media outlets and all of that good stuff. And for people who are in the DC metro area, the FuseBox Radio family is representing again with the National Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's team in training, National Capital Region area, with doing a little bit of fundraising and also participating in an athletic endurance challenge. This one is going to be the Care First Rock and Roll Half Marathon. So amongst a whole bunch of other people, yours truly is going to be walking about 13 miles through the DC metro area. So hopefully that week, this mid-March, y'all will hear me next week on the show and not sound like I'm in horrible pain and whatnot. But seriously, it's a very, very good cause. Y'all can go to teamintraining.com team.org/NCA to find out all the great things that Team in Training does in conjunction with the National Lymphoma and Leukemia Society to raise funds to find more cancer cures and stuff, since cancer affects all of us in different ways, no matter what spectrum of the humanity that you're on. And as much as that we can eliminate, that'll be a great and wonderful thing. So, but that's all on the promo spiel end, and lots going on in the entertainment world and regular political news world and other areas. So let's hop in and get right to it. For my people who are into music, particularly into punk rock, the bass player of the Detroit punk rock group MC5 passed away this past week. Dude called Michael Davis died of liver failure at the age of 68. And for those who haven't heard of MC5, they ended up influencing a whole lot of people in the American punk rock scene, as well as having kind of an interesting tie-in to the what they would say is quote-unquote the radical side of the civil rights movement in the United States back in the 1960s. They had a really great documentary that came out a year or two ago that broke down their history. I wish I had the title in front of me right now, but for those who want to use their favorite internet search engine of choice, definitely check them joints out. They were rolling with like the Black Panthers for a minute and everything, so interesting stuff. So rest in peace to him. And MC5, if you're into the rock joints, they had some dope tunes, so you got to give folks a big up on that end. And speaking of entertainment, let's just knock out some of the entertainment related stories first. To me, this is what one would call Captain Obvious news, but apparently mainstream media just kind of got a recognition of it. As some may know, the big American Film Awards are the Oscars, the Academy Awards. And that's coming up during the weekend after this particular show's broadcast. And some may look at some of these nominations, especially when it comes to like Best Picture, Best Actor or Actress, so forth and so on, and be like, man, it looks kind of monochrome since the beginning, to be nice, of when this particular institution was founded. I mean, it wasn't that long ago where we're talking about, wow, we finally got the first black actor and actress in a leading role that won something. That was around the 2000s. Kind of bugged out. But people who know these awards, you got to go through different committees and all that stuff to get things done. Well, the LA Times did a study that showed that the demographics of the voters for the Oscars are way, 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 way less diverse than the actual movie-going public. Basically, it's overwhelmingly a bunch of old white dudes. And we're talking about within this particular deal, pulling out the article now, Oscar voters have a median age of 62. People younger than 50 constitute only 14% of the membership, and Oscar voters are nearly 94% Caucasian and 77% male. Blacks and Latinos are about 2% of the voting academy for the Oscars. That might explain why half the time when you see somebody of color, it's usually in a stereotypical role, unfortunately. Yeah. When they get nominated. I mean, it doesn't mean that these actors and actresses can't act, but when you really sit down and look at some of this stuff, and you had to go, like, okay, you got the magical Negro, you got an ornery Negro, you got a black woman who's helping out somebody, or whatever else.
You got a black person, a black man wearing a dress.
That too, good pointing out with that, Judah. Like I know, for example, there are two actresses, Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer, who are nominated for supporting and leading for the movie The Help. They've been acting for a minute, but it's like they had to play black maids to get nominated. Denzel Washington has a crazy history of acting. He had to be that crazy kind of bugged out, drugged out, corrupt Negro cop who, this young white cop had to end up saving the day for the town or something with Training Day. Ruby Dee, who's been acting forever, had to be what's that dude's name in American Gangster?
Yeah, to play his mother.
Yeah, she had to play his mom. She was barely moved for 5 minutes. You know, like things like that when you look at it, or when it's like, man, we sure like that Will Smith dude, but we're just gonna give him a little bit of hype. And like Bagger Vance, who was like the magical Negro, who helped that white man how to play golf and do other types of stuff. When you see some of these statistics, it kind of makes you scratch your head a bit and be like, well, this makes a little more sense, because you got apparently a whole bunch of guys who, at the very least, on the nice end, don't live diverse lives, apparently. Or they only want to have a certain imagery pop out there. Or let's even bring up the joint that came out a few years ago, the where they had that "It's Hard Out There for a Pimp" song, "Hustle and Flow." And it's one of those movies where I'm like, I watched it and I get it, but it's like, are you serious? This was an Oscar nominated on certain levels movie? Yeah, all right, you know. Another really, really good actor. Damn.
I mean, disrespect to the cast that played in that movie, but you know, that's just, you know, it's what they see in it is what they elect and what they see. And even Hollywood, because Hollywood has traditionally been, for the most part, anti-God and anti-black family and anti-black male. But what they see is what they nominate, what they really allow to go through the Hollywood system is really what they want to be projected into the minds of people of what they want to be. Mm-hmm. But they want that to be a reality, and with the effect of mass media, TV, radio, internet has had, you know, that's why you got people questioning their own selves' existence, sexuality, by even just tuning into these illusions, you know. And a long time ago, black folks should just, you know, not necessarily concentrate on the Oscars and on the new things that are around, you know, because like you just said, it's what, 94% white, 7% male, which meant that there were certain views that weren't going to get shown. And what has been represented, or the lack of representation, is really what they want. That's all.
It definitely brings things to a relief, where I think sometimes when people make these complaints, they're like, oh, these folks are just whining. It's like, this is concrete research right here from a reputable source. And just to drop one or two more facts on people before I get into another story, really, really bugged that situation. In the past 83 years of the Oscars, less than 4% of the acting awards have been bestowed upon African Americans. Only one woman, and I remember that was about a year or two ago, Catherine Bigelow, received an Academy Award for directing The Hurt Locker. After the 2011 ceremony was staged, without a single male black presenter, actor Samuel Jackson complained in an email to the Times, "It's obvious there's not one black male actor in Hollywood that's able to read a teleprompter or is hip enough for the new Academy demographic," of course in a sarcastic way. Mm-hmm. So, in its own way, I mean, everything's tied in, you know, art reflects life, life reflects art, etc., etc. And some people really want to whitewash a whole bunch of stuff. See the past Grammy Awards.
No doubt.
Where a lot of people have protested a lot of the cutting out of certain things, not just being presented on TV, but as a whole in general, including what we call the World Music Awards and other different types of stuff. And you know, this year, you know, we did our spiel on that about a week or two ago. But you essentially had like what they call the few raisins in the milk, as it were, performing on stage, and you essentially had like some Depression era / hee-haw / new age Pleasantville. If nobody's seen the movie Pleasantville, please go and see it. I think one of the great later day allegories about races in that movie. Type of thing going on, where it's like, don't y'all worry about the mother guys, this is what we want to have. And it's like, yeah, but that's not the way the world is, so go on ahead and deal with that. But shout out to the LA Times, it's a very good in-depth article about this. And a lot of stuff is broken down, and there's a lot of good opinions from people on the acting side and on the outside and other places. So just wanted to bring that up during this Oscar nominee award weekend.
You know, good quality stuff that isn't acknowledged because you can't acknowledge things you don't have a soul. You know, it just flies right over you. You know, so in a way you can't be mad at, You know, if you weren't born with that, then it's hard for you to recognize that. So, you know, it's all good, though. We're going to represent it. Just going to get it shine, though.
Indeedy. And let's just continue on with the entertainment and for one or two more stories before we get into some other stuff. The internet has gone nuts over the fact that Rihanna and Chris Brown have both been on each other's remixes recently. And I'm going to, this is my opinion, I can't state the opinion of any of our other stations that we're involved with or anything. I'm gonna put it like this. I think it's been a little while since this has occurred. At the end of the day, I think those two are the main ones who have to forgive each other and decide where they're going to move on from point A to point B. I'm no advocate of domestic violence or anything of that sort. We still have only so much of an idea of what happened besides seeing somebody who got very, very damaged, and, you know, that just made no kind of sense. And it's kind of weird to me that the mainstream media is still trying to almost kind of put them into two blocks. Like, here is the person who's always supposed to represent a domestic violence victim, and here is the person who's always supposed to represent the violent side of things, much less with the race aspect in play and the color aspect in play with things. Now, they can live their own lives. We can think it's crazy, we can think it's stupid, but none of us know what's going on. That being said, the remixes to me are whack, for one. And secondly, I don't think Chris Brown had to be on an apology tour all the time, especially if he doesn't feel sincere about it, because that, I think, will be almost worse than him doing the nothing that he's essentially done. But he's kind of playing into the negative black man narrative mainstream media wants by being a little too extra on the, man, F y'all side, I don't gotta do A, B, C, D, or E, and kind of bugging. And I'm not saying that he had to kowtow to people, but it's like, you at the very least need smarter people in your corner. Because the more you get on this kind of, you know, flippant black dude type of stuff that they're going to put into a stereotypical box, the more you're going to get put into a stereotypical box. And that's not going to help at all, whether he gives a damn about, you know, growing up and getting better on that type of situation or not. And to kind of get to the point where you might be throwing away a whole lot of stuff by, you know, kind of being a moron and you thinking that, you know, the mainstream public loves you is very stupid. I think that's on the end with Rihanna too. Like, the both of them need to be very careful where this thing can go, not just on the personal level, but on a professional level. Again, they had their own private lives. I'm kind of like whatever on that end personally. We unfortunately have a society where it's still a touchy subject to talk about domestic violence and reasons why that occurs and whatnot. But I also kind of feel that for a society that really hypes up entertainers, they got the short end of the stick in regard to negative publicity. Charlie Sheen beat the hell out of cats for mad years. It just barely came out now, and that cat still has gigs. And is running around like it's dandy. There's other various actors and stuff who've done things, various other musicians and stuff who've done things, and they get to skip to my loo. Even with the Grammys, like there was some country singer, I forget her name right now, who was sending out tweets talking about why did Chris Brown perform blah blah blah. That dude who did Round Tone Cowboy supposedly beat the hell out of some woman back in the day. Supposedly bust out my name is the name is slipping me right now. Another big country singer supposedly bust her in the teeth back in the day. But he had a tribute though. But it's like, well, why can't this black dude not perform, but this old white dude who done a whole bunch of stuff can? Not advocating again to act for anybody, but these dynamics are very weird in that regard.
It's like you gotta almost be always on guard and ready to almost jump when they can be relaxed all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's almost like a push button thing. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, at the end of the day, he ain't got to do nothing but, you know, go there and perform and bounce. He ain't got to say sorry or, you know, he ain't got to do nothing outside of business and go in and bounce. You know what I'm saying? You know, taking people's dignity, you know, that's something that people shouldn't allow, you know, the feeling that a black man, or a particular black man, has to, like, you know, be submissive to every word of anybody who is not a black man, and then who he's not in a family, a part of their family. You know, that's ungodly.
Wow. I'll put it like this: he doesn't have to do a song and dance. I hope he does sincerely feel that stuff was crazy and is doing his best to not do that type of thing anymore with whomever he's involved with. I hope when people do get some maturity, because unfortunately the both of them are coddled by the same entertainment industry that pushed them out there and pushed a business out there in the first place.
No doubt.
I hope that the both of those two do grow up, whether they stay with each other or not, and if there is that time in their life where they can both be mature enough to really address certain things, they can do it, because I don't want neither side to be insincere, because I think that would be worse for the entire situation. Like, don't be making insincere apologies for, you know, stuff like domestic violence or beating somebody down, because people can see that from a mile away. And for a real serious subject, it's almost better to just be like, hey, I did my business, it was some nonsense, but right now, like you said, I'm here to perform.
I think what's really going to happen is going to be business as usual, just like the other business as usual that happens with other entertainers and athletes and regular day people when there is violence. And he just happened to making money for big corporate structure, so it'll be business as usual, you know. And while at the same time kill 2 or 3 birds with one stone, and have puppets, have black people on puppet strings, you know, doing a dance, you know. Oh, well, he was wrong. Well, you know, he beat on somebody. He was wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's not even the fact that whatever. It's the fact that he was accused of doing that. So these people are violent. Da da da. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you know, he ain't have to say sorry no more. He just keep it moving. You said it already. Keep it moving.
Yeah, I think actions speak louder than words, and I think that both of those cats need to be careful with their actions, not to suppress things, but to acknowledge that you are not in the world, that even if everything was hunky-dory afterwards and people went through all their steps and served their time and, you know, did their own personal business, that people are going to try to put them into a box, because it's easy to fit, well, look at the wild, you know, sexual temptress and the violent Negro and try to make that their own drama. I think that's some nonsense. And cats got to be aware and, you know, hopefully live their own lives right regardless, no matter what. And again, make some good music, okay? Like, as a DJ as a whole, don't be, you know, knowing that you're kind of poking at a stick with this type of thing, because people know the narrative. Unfortunately, your PR people are going to try to spin this thing into a certain way. Don't do all this and make whack stuff and fall into stereotypesrus.com. But that's just me. I had some people ask me to bring it up during the show, so I just went into that and got there. And let me see here. I think that might be it on the entertainment end, directly on the entertainment end. Oh, kind of a funny story. The mayor of Newark, New Jersey, Mayor Cory Booker, has denied a permit for the spinoff of Jersey Shore to film in Newark. Personally, I give him a thumbs up on that, and he was just mad blatant. He's like, look, this type of thing will require a whole bunch of police and emergency services and stuff, and quite frankly, we have enough to deal with. And if that's not true as hell, I don't know what is. I love the Newark area. I lived around there for a period of time. Essex County has a whole big ups to Jers and all that type of stuff, but, you know, nobody needs, you know, foolish, stereotypical, you know, white folk shenanigans being taped in the middle of Newark, and God knows what could be happening. You know what I'm saying? Or that's at the very least going to be taking away resources from a city that really needs those resources for something else. So,
well, one thing I can say is about a cat that came up most of his life in Jersey. I got a lot of, I've known a lot of Italians in Jersey, and I'm close to some to this day. I said that to say that I'm not sure if Newark is the best locale for them, especially present day Newark. You know, 40, 50 years ago, it was filled with Irish and Italian. Present day Newark, I'm not sure. So I probably think, you know, maybe JC, Jersey City, is probably a better situation. So I'm not surprised Cory Booker just, you know, I'm not necessarily agreeing with it, but I'm not surprised though. I mean, and Bill got so much other business to handle that they can find another venue in Jersey to be able to make that happen.
No doubt. And one more quick note, and then we'll get into a few political things and get into the radio show. I know some people are sneakerheads who listen to the show, and I know personally a few or whatever, but look here, all right? Every time there's some type of rush, and I don't know if Nike is the devil or something in this regard, but every time Nike puts out some type of new shoe, whether it's like Jordans or these foam posit joints that look like, colorful bricks to me personally, but whatever, and all that, people go nuts. There are people around my way that literally camped out overnight to get to get this new pair of what they call foam posit Galaxy shoes that Penny Hardaway is backing up and whatnot. And in Florida, they literally had a little mini riot about these shoes. Now,
talk about advertising and promotion manipulation to get in people's minds. For people to allow themselves to be manipulated by the media in that way, people violence for a pair of shoes that after a year they're going to have to buy a new pair. You know what I'm saying?
And it's just nut stuff, man. I'm like, yo, for one thing, it's not like they're not going to restock on shoes. I mean, it's limited, but it's only going to be so limited. Secondly, I ain't staying overnight anywhere for no damn shoes. I ain't much stay overnight for much of anything. But for $200-$300 for something that's going to guarantee to get scuffed, or worse, if you're around that way, somebody probably already got jacked for them shoes. And sometimes it just ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all got our little pleasures and other type of things, but I'm not getting stomped out or mushed out for no shoes. Let's make sure our priorities are right. Don't have a negative balance on your Subway or Smart Trip card and be paying $200-$300 for no shoes. Gas expensive as hell. Don't be not able to fill up your tank because you got them shoes today. That's all I'm saying. So, anyway, on the political end, we still got our regular bits of foolery and whatnot in our country with the Republican primaries and candidates and stuff. It's essentially devolved to it's almost like the old white uncles contest. Like, which one is the most drunk and saying the most crazy crap to get some approval temporarily. And just one thing I'm going to bring up is this newer guy on the scene, Rick Santorum, had this thing where he had to backpedal talking about the Obama agenda is a phony theology that's not based on the Bible. Like, really? Now, I can say all types of things about how I feel politics are and whatnot, but usually when those guys are throwing that type of stuff, they're like, my Bible don't mean no Negroes are in charge of nothing. And, this equality thing is nonsense, and helping the poor is nonsense and stuff like that. It's like, look here. Now, I'm no biblical scholar. I have gone through it quite a few times in my life, but I'm like, if you are trying to talk about Jesus Christ and you don't want to help out poor people, your priorities are a little bit ass backwards.
No doubt.
Just a little teeny bit, That's just me, though. And I'm the type where, first and foremost, I'm like, America is not a theocracy. It is, at the very least, a constitutional republic. So why people are trying to push their own version of what they feel religion is on everybody is crazy. Secondly, for a political party that talks about they want to have less of things and less people in folks' business, they want to be all up in folks' business, whether it's, women's private areas or, people's funds for when they get old, or, textbooks, because apparently talking about things like civil rights and slavery and, white people who disagreed with this particular group of white people is wrong and all that type of stuff. I mean, get the F out of here. Nobody there is actually talking about what really needs to get done, which is some freaking jobs and lowering the prices on stuff. People are throwing out fake controversies and, fake things where still, apparently a black dude who knew how to play their game still ain't supposed to win, so he must be, the Oogie Boogie Man or something. It's some nonsense. So, middle fingers to all those guys, man. But I just had to bring it up because that killed me, because apparently, they God is we can't have black folks doing anything. That ain't right.
Well,
and that don't sound like God to me.
If I could just briefly say that I've had white friends and I have white friends. So I don't want this to be misinterpreted. But kind of what has happened to black people in maybe the last, since the days of the Greeks until the southern plantations in the United States. So we're going back thousands of years up until really relatively recently. Any black person within the sound of my voice should recognize that you can be friends with, of all people, but when it comes time to spirituality and God, no black person should rely, should get their interpretation about God, about spirituality, and about way it ties to their black self from anybody but a black person. Now, I read books and I do research about, and there'll be people who are white. You know what I'm saying? But the conclusion that it came to, it came to a black filter. You see what I'm saying? So I said that to say, Rick, this dude can't criticize Obama for one, because when these ideas were formulated, most Bible ideas were formulated before the Bible, because most of the stuff that was in the Old and New Testament were ideas that the ancient Egyptians and the Sumerians and people before then had. So these are just more or less, the Bible is just more or less a compact form of ancient ideas. There's nothing new under the sun, even the scripture says. So these ideas were formulated before there were white people. So from that standpoint, in the end of the day, it's not like we can't all converse and build, but he has no grounds to be able to say anything about spirituality. You know what I'm saying? He no grounds. If he doesn't want to help the poor, even before he didn't want to help the poor, but he can't really, he can have his own theology and interpret it the way he wants to, regardless of what they say in Rome, or regardless of what they say, regardless of what the Protestants say. He can interpret that the way he wants to, and that's just a way to get people who have an interpretation of, white being right in the Bible, to get him on his side. But anyway.
I think in the day, we can both agree nobody likes you hiding behind God to toss out some evil thoughts and evil nonsense towards anybody. And that the thing is, to me, is what I personally despise. I'm like, some people say some evil stuff, but they're like, that's because Jesus and God said so. It's like, word? Are you sure of that? Or are you just being cynical and just saying that just so people can hide their own fears and their own dark thoughts and stuff? And just all them type of people make me sick. But anyway, I guess in a certain level, this is some kind of good news. Even though some unfortunate stuff has happened, the big company Monsanto that colors a whole bunch of stuff in terms of pesticides and genetically modified foods and stuff like that, they had to reach a settlement on a class action suit about Agent Orange. For those who aren't familiar with Agent Orange, it was a controversial herbicide that existed around Vietnam War that was sprayed in Southeast Asia. And that ended up that was to kill crops and do all the types of things. And it was followed on behalf of a group of people in West Virginia, because it was used, of course, over here later on, and people found out that people started getting sick because of the toxicity of the chemical. And they ended up winning, not just a bit of funds, but also awarding a medical monitoring for residents in that particular area. Now, unfortunately, we can't get into a whole lot of details because the judge sealed a decent amount of the results, and a lot of stuff was under strict gag order, but it's good for the sake of, you know, sometimes not every company is big and evil, but those companies that are big and evil need to get slapped up a bit.
No doubt.
And, you know, whether you're one of those people who's checked out stuff like the medical apartheid and there's other different cases where you find out that some of these companies have been getting away with stuff for years, like dumping things in the water or the soil. And I think they just had a case up in upstate New York where a lot of people were getting like spasms and stuff.
Yeah.
And sick. I did not pull out that particular story. I know I'm going to talk about that during another week. But a lot of this stuff is because people were slacking off on various things. They were just trying to cover stuff and cover up things and hide it in the corner. I know even around my way in DC metro area in Baltimore, there was a similar case in that regard where certain areas were getting a whole lot of cancer situations. So, you know, for these companies to get a little bit of justice here and there, I think that's deeply appreciated. And I got to shout out to folks who sent me this article from NPR about this particular story.
What's really going on is you can find out in the book called Medical Apartheid. After a while, certain things get done, and you can see patterns, even though they say certain things. I had said last week there was a little bit of corporation, or a week before, a little bit of corporation in New York State. And that's an example of it. Those girls are getting them ticks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What essentially is taking place is that they're testing chemicals, but they're not saying that. So they're seeing how it's happening. Not everybody wants to be tested, so they have to do it another way. It's been going on for black people in America since black people were enslaved in America. That's been going on ever since for black people, and particularly black people in the military, even up to today. But they're testing it, and they don't necessarily admit it, but after a while they can see the results of that and whatever. Most people are guinea pigs. See, them girls up in the East, they treat them like niggas. Because, you know, those are poor white folks, so in the eyes of very rich white people, they are niggas.
Well, I'm glad you brought that particular aspect up. I mean, there's definitely both a race issue and a class issue in this regard. Because when you hear about these situations, you don't hear about them in rich towns. It's either rural and poor or urban and poor. And then if you just happen to be a person of color, it's just like, we're just not going to tell you nothing and see what goes down.
So that's all that is. That's why they give a rigmarole, whatever. And that's why when you go, you don't get treated. Because they have to see the results of this test so they can be able to make more money off that product or chemical they're going to use that in. It's all as far as dollar bill, baby. But when people say it's all about dollar bill, yeah, it's going to be the dollar bill when you get sick. And they put that new chemical on you. If you get sick and die, it was about dollar bill, baby.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I guess it's fortunate that more people start to know about this, but it's unfortunate that so many things are coming up. I know about a few months ago, we brought up the situation in Guatemala, where they were not treating people STDs or injecting people with STDs to see what would happen to them.
That's the same thing that happened in Tuskegee with black people and other places that they injected so they could spread it. That happened to black folk in America almost 100 years ago.
So, you know, this is one of those things that people, you know, got to be aware of. I mean, this doesn't mean that it may necessarily happen to you, but why would you want to happen to anybody else? So, you know, we'll put that on that level. And speaking of such a situation, you know what? No, I'm going to skip on this story because we've talked a little bit on the religion, political tied-in scenario already. One more story, and then we're going to go ahead and get into the FuseBox Radio mixes and news and other stuff from our outside sources. Crazy story. For those who remember, about a year or two ago, the Oscar Grant situation in Oakland. Really, really brief scenario of that. A young unarmed man was getting ready to get on the BART train, which is the public transportation train around there, and got into some sort of situation with the police, and was shot in the back and killed. And you know, we had the regular injustice justice trial where people did not get the sentencing that they deserved for doing that, because that particular crime situation by the Oakland PD was caught on tape by a cell phone cameras from people who were around there and stuff like that. A very sad parallel happened this past week. Oscar Grant's cousin has been shot and seriously wounded. Also another unarmed man by the Oakland PD. Crazy stuff, man.
No doubt.
Just crazy stuff. So for the brother Tony Jones, we hope the best for you and your health, and for your family. I mean, this is just a very bugged out situation, and we know all law enforcement is not on the garbage, and all law enforcement doesn't do stuff like that or try to unfairly oppress people. But there's a lot of people who unfortunately have I guess what we call high school jock syndrome when they get into those power positions, and they try to push all types of crazy things on people. And you have some people who enjoy functioning in what's at the very minimal a deeply flawed system, if not inherently corrupt. So, that was just a sad and kind of bugged out situation that I saw and wanted to bring up. And let's end this on a bit of a high note. Jon Judah, I know you're a fan of the Vin Diesel Pitch Black series.
No doubt.
And whatnot, where homeboy plays that just pretty much badass alien dude, a Fury, and he goes through all this stuff in the sci-fi realm. Another movie's supposed to be coming out within a year or two.
Oh, really?
Personally, I liked both movies in the series. The other movie, I appreciate what he was trying to do. I think it overreached a little bit, but he got some quality actors and stuff in that joint. I think it was Judi Dench who was in that movie, along with him. It's had the good action and everything else, and they're still continuing on with the series. And the funny thing to me about Vin Diesel is no matter how much I see him, and I've seen him in interviews and stuff, very smart, articulate dude, has his stuff down. He always plays these big macho, next to no 3 words dudes. But he's the creator of this series. Really detailed, really laid out sci-fi series. So he's still continuing on with that. People who want the straight up action, they can go to all the Fast and Furious joints. People want to get a little bit of the extra stuff, they can go to these. So I'm happy that just a good series as a whole, much less one by a dude of color from up around my way in the East Coast is doing some good stuff. So
yeah, matter of fact, you can watch the heist. The area between Harlem and the Bronx. That's my people's up there. All right.
No doubt. So, when in the entertainment stuff on a little bit of an up note, because there's a few things I could rant and rave on, but I'm not in the mood, and folks got a lot of good music to get into. So, let's go on and get into it. Glad to have all of our listenership down all over the world. As always, we deeply appreciate that you take out your time each week to sit back and groove and chill with us. Shout out to all the new people who've been downloading the show.
Thank you very much.
No doubt. I mean, we've always have a pretty nice, steady stream. We always appreciate those listeners, but listeners who are bringing on listeners one way or the other is pretty awesome. And besides Antarctica, unless we get some explorers down there who got a net access or some ping ones or something, we are literally on every single continent somewhere. And that's a beautiful thing. I just want to give props to people who do take out their time to download or check it out or pass it around, and all of that.
We love you for doing that.
No doubt.
We got the Cobra Clutch.
No doubt. And y'all folks keep us in the at least the top 15 in the hip hop rap category at Podomatic, from literally thousands and thousands of shows that are out there. Mainstream radio people and independent radio folks like us. So we deeply appreciate y'all. So I just want to give that big old bit of thank you and over the airways hug and all of that for that type of wonderful stuff. And please pass on the show by whatever way you can. Pass on the website link you hear it from. Download it, pass on the MP3. We're nice, clean, and radio friendly, so y'all don't gotta worry about playing this at your office, at least on language. I don't know how y'all offices are politically, but at least on that end, it's all good. But unadulterated African American audio, black radio with no payola nonsense or extracurricular sound effects to try to mask that our show is shamed because we're playing songs that we ain't supposed to play. None of that exists here. We're just playing joints from the heart. We're just giving opinions from the heart. And y'all don't got to agree with everything we say in our commentary and opinions. That's perfectly fine. The main thing we want to do, which is what all great radio and entertainment does, is to spark thought. And with the music, to get your feet tapping. So let's get into it. Syndicated FuseBox Radio, DJ Fusion Jon Judah. We about to get it in. All right. Peace.
We're gonna get down.
1 2 1 2 check 1 2. The genius in the place to be.
Right here on the FuseBox Radio.
DJ Fusion. The mic pump, my mic makes the party jump. Poison beats make hip hop a stomp. The feet kinda wild to give off spark, but I still light it up when the place is pitch dark. Now that you witness me, get this correct, rack. What I'm speaking is the God projecting backs into brains of those unaware. Now you're facing the truth in the square. Biddies like biting, you know you should chew this. Your man wants to beef, then we can do this. Then when it's time for you to face the God, I'll be giving you the whole 9 yards with lyrics that breaks the laws of gravity. So sweet to biters, it gives them cavities and can't be healed from the strongest toothpaste. So keep biting and see how the truth tastes. You need guidance and some persistence, cause you lack the training to go the distance. But I'll rhyme to the fullest limit, and this is just a fraction of the strength of the genius. Words from a genius. I never sweat an MC to say I wanna be him, cause he makes a hit record and flips a Coliseum. I learned to lead myself, not be a follower. I'm not a biter, stupid rhyme swallower. I created something funky, fresh, funky new. Brother started playing monkey see a monkey do. Should I explain hip hop? Okay, I love it. Simple definition, but you still don't know the half of it. All I need is a mic, a beat, then I'll step free and flip like I'm bugging up Bacardi and Pepsi. Dancers on stage like Alvin Ailey, while I'm deep into the roots like Alex Haley. You wanna try me and be worn and torn? Step forward. I'll get on and start the born of pumping. Self-explanatory rap, make a suck MC like you clap your hands while you clap. The sounds attack. You react like an infant, responds to Similac. But then again, could have been infamil. For your information, the rhyme is real. MCs wonder what's hip-hop thunder. Tell you the truth is just one nation under a groove. Getting down for the funk of it. Like Fresh Sanford in the business for the junk of it. When I'm permitted to break down a poem, I'm like naughty hair ripping out teeth from a comb. One by one, so who you calling your troops on? You couldn't even bust a grape despite boots on. Fighters are crooks who try to steal the stage. I read them like books, flip them and turn the page. I'm the genius, you're living in deep fear. Go home and write and come try me next year. For stacks of rhymes that you be feeling the truth for being stuck in the ice cream and didn't know the scoop on the genius. Words from a genius. The genius. Words from a genius. Some say the genius has a style of his own, and his hands are like white scripts holding a microphone, flowing smooth with rhymes that are rough because I can't get enough. So I practice not what I preach, but what I teach, in which the critics say is improper speech, but it's proper only to those who understand why I walk on stage with a mic in my hand as brothers look on. Label me as a psycho just because I jump on stage and grab a microphone from a so-called said to be MC who reminds me with jealousy and envy. My rhymes are delivered with style and potential. Words are flowing smoothly in a sequential order, revealing hidden tape recorder stuck inside pockets of those I'll slaughter. But I don't get upset when you bite and steal. I go home and write some ill stacks of poetry, page after page. Imagining a scenery on stage, I catch flashbacks of the seminar as I crush the dreams up for one of these stars. Self-explanatory words are shifted in an unbitten style, cause I'm gifted and talented with the lyrical ability. Bound to fuck up a hip-hop facility, damaging MCs who dare to enter the center, then challenge the inventor of an impartial rhyming status, followed by a relevant apparatus. The way I come off on a mic is attractive. I can make a quadriplegic hyperactive with lyrics of friction, cause a mic to spark. My style couldn't be bitten by a shark. MCs don't understand the way I be bombing them. Roll up and ask me what's the phenomenon. First of all, homeboy, when I'm battling, I'm like a doctor shooting deadly insulin into MCs like that of a syringe, and dare you to seek for revenge on a genius. Words from a genius. Words from a genius.
Hey, this is DJ Logic. You're now listening to the FuseBox, bringing the best of hip-hop and soul music, news and commentary from all over.
Lewis Avenue between Lafayette and Van Buren. That was back during the days of hanging on my Bed-Stuy block with Spence and Mitch, following my cousin Murdoch. All the brothers were real, going for what they feel. By the way, peace to my man Sean Big Neil. Now at 93, I'm still being me. You think my refrigerator ain't full of Oli? A lot of times I can fly with the suit and the tie. Yeah, I went from rags to riches, but I still rock the saggy britches. And I don't try to act brand new, eating escargots and using words like rendezvous. The ghetto life I've seen a lot overcome. Make a little money and then forget where they came from. Living a plastic lifestyle, you're more false than dentures. Don't make me pull your file. Stop shamming. Hold up, quick, stop. Hold up, quick, stop shamming. Hold up, quick, stop. Hold up, quick, stop shamming. Hold up, quick, stop. Hold up, quick, stop shamming. Hold up, quick, stop. Hold up, quick. So why you wanna be what you're not? And claim to have things that you know you ain't got. You're just a fantasizer, spending all your money on lusters, pink or moisturizer, just to make your hair curly and thin. You say black is beautiful, but then you go and bleach your skin. Money, you're worse than Yaku, cause the 8 stages of graft, then you broke down to 2. Plus you got a bad case of jungle fever, and man, I just can't believe it. It's quite obvious you don't wanna be a black man. So what's next? You're gonna join the Ku Klux Klan? You're sold out to your race and it's a big disgrace. You can't look your own people in the face. You wonder why ain't no black schools or hospitals. You're making millions of dollars and it's pitiful that you can donate to leukemia all the time, but you can't give the Nation of Islam a dime. They mention Muslims, you change the subject. You can't even shake Farrakhan hand in public. That whole easy attitude is a sham on, bro, brother, broham. Stop shamming. Hold up, quick, stop. Hold up, quick, stop shamming. Hold up, quick, stop. Hold up, quick, stop shamming. Hold up, quick, stop. Hold up, quick, stop shamming. Hold up, quick, change the groove and funk it up a little bit. In the mirror at times, I'll say, damn, Black Caesar, how'd you get to be the woman pleaser? Cause I remember when girls didn't notice me, and now they wanna come and talk to me like Josie. It's strange how back in the days I couldn't get with them. Now all of a sudden the honeys, they wanna give me rhythm. Well, I'ma hit it, but still I show no pity, so I hope you don't think you're gonna be in my next video. And many brothers I never even ran with be acting like they've been hanging with me since I was a kid. I mean, just to get a piece of the action. Man, they start remembering more times than Michael Jackson. But I can't fade to the tag-alongs that want me to drag them on. Frontin' like a friend just so I can put them in. But you're cutting yourself paper thin. Stop shamming. Hold up, quick, stop. Hold up, quick, stop shamming. Hold up, quick, stop. Hold up, quick, stop shamming. Hold up, quick, stop. Hold up, yo, quick, stop shamming. Hold up, quick, stop. Hold up, and I'm out.
Now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
So what you want, baby? Check it out. 1, 2 for my peeps like this. Check it out. To the tick tick, my click is mad dick, so don't slip. Cause mad those getting slipped by the mister. With the heat to burn you till you blister. You punk stiff when the bunk hit the tongue twister. It's the, no, I'm the maniac with the flow. It's no use till I knock out your regulars and your gold. Be doing my thing on the day to day. Some say I got too much posse like Flavor Flav. Books in reverse, the worst niggas out the click. What? CeeLo say, when I hit you with the 666, you should be stressing this lesson. I'm flexing with the adjectives. It's on them C's like I just relax. Now nigga, I gives a fuck about your crew. You try to keep up, but got stuck like the 2 between Evans and Atlantic. I kicks it frantic, and goddamn it, watch me and my man rock the planet like this, boy. Coming through next. Crazy, crazy representing DOS effects. Stomping with my crew coming through your projects. Bringing from the east up the beat, so rip the spot. You know what's all a favor if you pull your piece of shot. making dollars overseas. But please, squeeze these, cause we getting paid by the G's. With ease, we blowing up your own spot. Cause when you're hot, you're hot. And when you're not, you're not. Now everybody be the nicest, but Jesus Christ, this is a crisis. I kill them dead with my devices. My advice is, you better learn to trade before you kick the ramen and you go getting sprayed. I keep you open like you're sick, best of me. You're just a pest of me, you never get the best of me. Cause yes, I be the K to R-A. See why? Used to rock Fila, betting like I'm Eli. With Houston, your style they need a booster. Your crew they need a stomp, no comp, you know you're losing. I put my dues in so you know it's only right. I got to hold it down so woman ups again, hold tight. Hold tight. My rapping antics, I keep it running frantic. No, this shit the man kick, I make it up and that's it. I bring it from the pit and never quit, cause it's the crazy. Come on, poppin' all this shit, all these rhymes doing amazing. It pays me to rock it, so why I'ma stop it? I make it by the bucket, so fuck it, I stock it. It's just for safekeeping, so when I'm sleeping, I sleep safe. I'm coming with my Timbs in your face. Mother with the place of getting stupid in your sector. I be the crazy, again, check the way I wreck. Nick flow to the fight, motherfucker tight. My nigga DJ Dice is on the final motherfucker. I'm suicidal kid, I flipped it to the end. I bring it from the sewer here, my nigga, come again. The books in reverse, kicks a verse. I'm taking it to your face. I'm miggity on the case, I pursue the stomp for MC like rapes and then scrape them off the boot. I bring swing to the ring like Luke Doof. Kickity got land like a cruiser, Bob Dookie whip a cougar. For pages, I kick it raw until my jaw caves. And amazing, and plus off beat like Caucasians. Me get done, never son, I hold it down for 7-1-8. Singing the around this whizzing in the ain't nothing slim, I got game like Tim Hardaway. Fouls like the router, so I'm louder than RC. Check it out. This I got your bugging flipping that. This that you loving, plus I got another back in the up. Come on. Some heard the style and the construction on it, but they just touching on it. Busy this ain't got nothing for us. Come up off my box, so I'll blow your spot. Son, I rock like that bald-headed looking on fire. So how we do? No shorts from the singing or they be up the girl. What you got? More styles than the last you got, sure. No doubt. So if you're with me and you're higher than the hippie, hold tight, cause everything gon' be alright. No doubt.
Right here on the FuseBox Radio.
DJ Fusion.
Beware of the B.U.R.N, beware of the bite. Spark off on the mic, champion MC. I'm hitting harder than Jack MC on Sense. So if they step into my ring, I'll be you on that whack ass before the bell goes ding. So roll with the punches, I crunch MCs like crunches. Sit up, I got you lit up as we speak. Brothers sweating my techniques, they can't compete. I'm too sweet. In fact, I'm magnifique. I got the insatiable appetite for eating raps out of shit delight. Been no mic or no man. Look, man, no hands down. Look at these wannabes that get broke down to the hands and knees with speed, with ease. I can make them all freeze. Strictly about those skills on the rilla. Strictly about this mother nigga up MC Cold Killer. Ready for the breakdown. Check it out, it's ready for the breakdown. Now I be one of the roughest and toughest to ever grab a mic and bust it. You'll get dusted like pledge. You didn't know the edge. You didn't know the edge of the razor was sharp. I smack this out the pork cause I'm hitting now. R-A-G, the E is not silent. Me, I get violent. True on this like trident. Kinda hard to swallow, ain't it? If you can't get the picture, then let me paint it. Now, you're just a scrub like SOS. No distress calling, just yes, yawning. I don't ever think you could take me. You Johnny come lately. Mistake me for another spaghetti ass like your mother. Others have tried to ride the beat like a triple X porn star. Kick it to the R-O-B-I-N. I'm out, and that's what it's all about. When it's coming from the ready for the breakdown. Ready for the The rage, the extra vernacular, flipping flows like spatula. I made that roughest, toughest, now I'm right back at ya. The black widow, creep through your window just like a spy. See, I make hip-hop heads break out their skins like poison ivy. Why you wanna try me, brother? Go test the guy. That way it's less embarrassing, but you provoke the eye of the hurricane rage. Fake jacks get played, cut deeper than ninja blades, plus spray like raid. Accurate, princess of this rap niche. You can't forget me, my rap sticking you like cactus. Back is the big body girl blazing up the world. Rough and rugged like Uncut Diamond, more precious than pearls. The Cleopatra Jones of this here microphone. Best believe this big mama spank them C's when I get home. I soar through outer limits with no limits. Rock like Plymouth, beginners. I'm in it for hitting harder than Linux. Cause once I step in it, you finish. You should've ate your spinach, but now you're diminished, demolished. You got dusted and polished by I, the fly. Never say die, cause chicks like this come in short supply.
Ready for the breakdown. This rage, ready for the breakdown. This rage, ready for the breakdown. This rage, ready for the breakdown. Check it out. This
You are now listening to FuseBox Radio.
Check it out. Yo, this is a test to see if you know what time it is, what time it was, and what time it's gonna be. It's Rockin' Milan, Easy Mo B. You know what I'm saying? And this is how we get down. Representing. Check it out. It's gonna get set like this. We're dealing with some devious days, but bulimious ways. Oppose attack for those that act mischievous paid. Foes in town is bound to hold you down. Physically, you blast when you hold your ground. They let loose the hounds, and double barrel scatters of thunder. When I stand, they want me to be under. See, the government wanna remove the GMB over me. Make more men and still live life free. And leave me for sorrow, not promise tomorrow. A job, a house, or a chance to show what I know. I'm out to crusade, all I got is the streets. Cause I've been waiting for opportunity to knock for weeks. If he come, tell him I went to organize an enterprise, unity in the community, and rise. It means take it back. Whoever's against that, then we attack with various shades of black. Then we attack with various shades of black. Lost in North America, stressed and led astray. Insert your light so I can see a better day. Or maybe I can look from off the mountaintop. A great king got dropped cause he found a spot. And he said, my eyes have seen the becoming. And that's the very last speech that we heard from him. But I'ma remain on the scene and reign supreme and go through many extremes by any means. But I don't need a military, I'm ill already. I kill and bury with an aim still and steady. So bring me a bomb and ring the alarm. When I do harm, I leave more dead than armed. War casualties, more tragedies. On the mission to seize racist nationalities. And if it gotta be like that, then we attack with various shades of black. Shades of black. It shouldn't have to be like that. Got to travel in harmony, in tune with the movement. Make moves in unison, all crews represent. Come together for the common cause, for mine and yours. Fix the broken laws and open doors we want in. Or let the revolution begin. We've been beat before. before, but this time we'll win. It's gonna take bravery to stop slavery and days to be full of flavor and carefree. It's different in the predicament I'm in. Judge with a grudge just cause the color of my skin. Race brutality because of my nationality. And this is what they call reality. It's political, hypocritical, incorrect. First I get lyrical, then we come for wreck. Let's take control, they can't hold us back unless attacked with various shades of black. This part of the revolution is gonna be televised. You know what I'm saying? This is rockin' the law. My man Easy Mo kept the flow. You know what I'm saying? The last patrol coming through your neighborhood soul. Ain't not changed with the year. But 95. So come on.
You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
She's all I talk about. Hey, fancy hair, jewels all flushed, backside bigger than a mom, but don't touch her. Pretty skirt, you know the ones with the slit. A closet full of gas, so you know she stay dipped. Body all smooth from using Planet Lotion. Perfume stunning like some old sex potion. A nice girl, but don't mistake her for no softy. And that's the way I want her. Yeah, my black coffee. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's the type of girl I need down with my team. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Hey, that's the kind of girl I need down with my team. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's the type of girl I need down with my team. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's just the way I like. Break it down. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Black coffee, black coffee, black coffee, black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Black coffee, the African queen, part of the Afro-American dream. Enough respect, I dig your intellect. Appreciate the fact that you never miss a step. The backbone of the black home, here's to ya. As long as I'm around, believe me, nothing could ever do ya. You're warm, considerate, and far from a soft, and that's why I love you. You're my black coffee. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's the type of girl I need down with my team. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Hey, that's the kind of girl I need down with my team. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's the type of girl I need down with my team. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's just the way I like it. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's the type of girl I need down with my team. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Hey, that's the kind of girl I need down with my team. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Hey, that's the kind of girl I need
You are now listening to FuseBox Radio.
Yeah. You never know when the rude boy come for you. So you have to stop push and get tougher. Step side when the rude boy coming. Lord, come and say life in the ghetto get rougher. You never know when the rude boy come for you. So you have to stop push and get tougher.
It's all around us everywhere we look, we see it every day. My brother man's smile is upside down, going the wrong way. I dig deeper trying to search for the cause. Is the answer in the 9 milli stuck in my drawers? Or is it coincidence the projects is full of black? And when you're black and trying to get ahead, they pull you back. We went from African kings to Martin Luther King. Now they want to make us all Rodney Kings. Do they conspire to murder for hire? Is the world just a big cup of water trying to douse the black fire? Is it because I'm the man that you brought to this land that rose above being labeled as a field hand? I made hustle a trade in the 9th grade. Figured out a way to get paid before I got laid. But either way, I got my hands in the cup. I got my grill guarded and I knuckle up cause it's real tough. Yeah. My strong mind sees a new sign. My black woman degrades me. So I grab the clothes, get the gun, kiss the kid, and I get Swayze. Should I think about the baby at home and go back? Or should I just say it and leave it alone? I'm on the road like Billy Jack, never looking back with the fat Mac 11 in the backpack. Will another man take my place and have a child screaming daddy, looking all in his face? Or do I turn around and make it up? Or do I let my pride take control and make it real tough? Is everybody all for self to get wealth? The streets wanna dust me off and throw me on the shelf. Is he my man? Or is he trying to play me? Or is he some hit man somebody sent to lay me? Can I turn a young black boy into a man? Can I kick around and spread knowledge to a fan? Or do I gotta play the role just to be like a whole lot of suckers I know that get the mic? Do I let a label change me to something I'm not? And make records that cold flop whenever they drop? Who do I blame if I'm not a success? Do I blame it on my pops that left when I was feeding on my mama's breast? Or do I blame it on society? With all this black, white stuff, man, this real tough.
You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
If you have any doubt that President Obama and his cronies are at the forefront of public school privatization and the decimation of black teachers, just take a look at Chicago. That's where Obama's basketball buddy, Arnie Duncan, wreaked havoc as schools chief until the new president appointed him Secretary of Education, and where Obama's former White House Chief of Staff, Rahm Emanuel, now reigns as mayor with overall control of the public schools. Arnie Duncan fired 1,300 Chicago teachers during his 8 years at the helm, the large majority of them black women, replaced by mostly white, younger teachers at about half the cost. The teachers' union sued, charging racial discrimination, a case that is still before the courts. Now, with 1,000 more teachers fired last year under Mayor Rahm Emanuel, the union has filed a complaint with the Federal Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, once again charging racial discrimination. Blacks currently make up only 29% of Chicago's teachers, but they comprised 43% of those recently fired. Whites represent almost half the teaching force, but only 36% of the layoffs. The union's lawyer calls it a systematic effort to rid Chicago public schools of tenured teachers who are African American. Community groups have joined the teachers in asking the courts to halt the closing of 17 supposedly underperforming schools, many of them on the city's south side. In Chicago, such closings wipe out the school's entire workforce, right down to the janitors, whose performance, of course, has nothing to do with standardized test scores. But wholesale staff massacres clear the way for charter schools operated by private teaching corporations. The Academy of Urban School Leadership, a national charter school founded by a venture capitalist, once employed the current CEO of the Chicago Public Schools. The new crop of young white teachers are largely graduates of programs funded by a who's who of right-wing foundations and corporations, the people educator Diane Ravitch calls the Billionaire Boys Club. President Obama has advanced the corporate project to privatize public education with lightning speed, inflicting far more damage in far less time than George Bush ever could, because George Bush is not a black Democrat. Bush's men called the teachers' unions terrorists and other bad names, but Barack Obama has been a much more effective servant of the privatizers. Their goal is not just to break the teachers' unions, but to deprofessionalize education and to sunder all ties between teachers and the communities they serve. That's why black teachers have been targeted for mass firing in Chicago and all across the country. They tend to have tenure and to be staunch supporters of their unions, and they live in the communities where they work as neighbors, parents, and leaders. When Barack Obama and Arnie Duncan and Rahm Emanuel target black teachers for mass elimination, they deliver a savage blow to African American community cohesion. Privatization of public schools is a central part of the disempowerment of Black America. For Black Agenda Radio, I'm Glenn Ford. On the web, go to blackagendareport.com.
You are now.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You are now tuned in to the FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah.
You're as good as they say you are.
Syndicated worldwide to bring real black radio back to the masses.
Experiment Black Radio. You are now listening to FuseBox Radio.
radio. Sucker never play me. Triple shade of black, then my bleach, you never fade me. They say he crazy, New York raised them in the 80s. Killer catch administration, gangster renovation, born of isolation, Asian ill communication, Asian marble, fiber actor, pestilential, microscopic soul, sonic remedy. Clinic right in the street, operating in the dark. Surgery of wounded heart, come together, pill apart, come together. Smoking on something good, praying for something better. From out of better, never rocking for forever, ever, 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 forever, ever, ever. It's still a secret even when you tell them dumb dummies. Hush money, rent receipt, drug money. They cold blooded, warm gun money. The chief rock a fuel injector, Zulu horse, power dog, boogie, bay, 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 you're rocking, yes, you are rocking with the fresh, you are rocking with the depth, you are rocking with the best, you are rocking with the yes. Now you are rocking with the fresh, you're rocking with the depth, you are rocking with the fresh. It's the yes, you are rocking with the best, you are rocking with the fresh, you are rocking with the depth, you are rocking with the yes. Now you are rocking with the best, you're rocking with the fresh, you are rocking with the depth. It's the yes. Zulu, big bird fly down on the mountain pass. Only thing to survive the crash, black radio. You wanna fly free, go far and fast. Built the last, we made this craft. From black radio, black radio, black radio. Black radio, black radio, black radio. You're rocking, yes, you are rocking with the fresh, you are rocking with the depth, you are rocking with the best, you are rocking with the fresh. Now you are rocking with the best, you're rocking with the depth, you are rocking with the best. It's the yes, you are rocking with the fresh, you are rocking with the depth, you're rocking with the best, you are rocking with the fresh. Now you are rocking with the depth, you're rocking with the best, you are rocking with the fresh. It's the yes, you're rocking with the best, you're rocking with the depth, you're rocking with the best, you are rocking with the best. Now you are rocking with the best, you're rocking with the depth, you are rocking with the best. It's the yes, yes. Zulu.
Now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
Can you hear what I say? Am I talking to myself? Shall I say it again? People want more. Lies getting old, they've been told before. Try something new, try something fresh. Rewrite the rules. Keep it daily mail, cause daily my male friends lose. Trying to feed their kids, the dreams get bruised. Don't know who these politicians are preaching to. Must be the blind as they usually do. But I'm 2020, I'm so old school. I woke up lean, swagger of a rasta. Don't smoke green, but I rap the track up. Puff, puff, past the pagans, we after. Let's get it done, why wait for the rapture? I was dreaming, I was flying this morning. When I woke up, I was so top the feeling. So I'm telling them, you can't clip these wings. You can't clip them, listen. Any styles that you bring, I dismiss them. I was dreaming. Don't let me catch catch a fire. These words will make Granny clutch her pearls. Heaven is here, I ain't waiting for death, I'm getting mines on earth. This revolution seems to be played out on our TV screens. Listen closely, you can hear the president running away screaming. People getting free, it's a must bound to happen eventually. Oppression makes anger, anger is heat, burning up inside your belly. Heavy to deal with, can't hold it steady, let it go. It's hardly a surprise, really, they should know. People, they want justice and it shows. It's the only way to go, the way it is going. I was dreaming, I was flying this morning. When I woke up, I had so top the feeling. So I'm telling them, you can't clip these wings. You can't clip them, listen. Any stars that you bring, I dismiss them. I was dreaming, I was flying this morning. When I woke up, I had so top the feeling. So I'm telling them, you can't clip these wings. You can't clip them, listen. Any stars that you bring, I dismiss them.
The man had a cheat to ask if I had a plan. I asked him, do you cream your right arm with your right hand? Why ask questions? Choose clear as air. I'm here for a reason, that's the reason why they're scared. Many people walking roads like I no idea. Blind to the collision, then the flashlights appear. I am not that way inclined. Online still I see the signs, and them and I are not the same design. We're cut from a different cloth when I'm not talking clothing lines. Them guys can't see my visions like poltergeist. My words are wise, so is the advice. Your 9 to 5 will be the legacy of your life if you let it be. So each one teach one, freedom of speech. Smiley culture, rest in peace, and fuck the police. I'm a blessed youth, man could never be a beast. Never thick as beast, we're beyond belief.
You are now listening to FuseBox Radio.
Without winning any bases though, all basic reasoning out the window. Ron Brown shit, Eric Sermon style, like I got kicked off a cloud. Method Man 95. rap references because you get them all. You even get that I should have said it was 94. Hard place when you wanna still rock to it. Living in my glass house, steady throwing rocks through it. Oh, I never stop feeling the love for you. I just stopped being the one for you. I think too much, overanalyzing everything sucks. I'm over dramatizing everything, but you're never on the level I'm on unless we're cutting. Lusting, we never argued when thrusting, but then after all it just turns to dust, brother. Swear I never love another if this really worked out, but this is just like watching fitness infomercials from the couch. Ouch, I know. You're lazy. It's easier to pick a partner less crazy. Much less work, less purpose, less of A to Z. Cause I'm an alpha, bet it's hard to stay with me. Heart palpitations do still occur though. You and me some Merlot, situations blur so much. I'll be thinking after this shit actually work again. It's even nice to have you back in my world as my friend. Hey, sometimes I gotta say it simply. Why? Cause sometimes things are simple. We make it complicated for the win, B. Cause otherwise we just be faced with all the N-words. Inner child, inner space, inner monologue. We exchange intercourse without a dialogue. Introduce intimate ways to turn our fire off. The thing in us that seeks a spark, light, higher, moth. I still adore you, but you adore me theoretically. So now I gotta shut the door on you, so I can find out who is next for me.
Repeat after me.
You and me and everyone we know. That's you and me and everyone we know. That's you and me and everyone we know. That's you and me and everyone we know. You and me and everyone we know. That's you and me and everyone we know. You and me and everyone we know. That's you and me and everyone we know. 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 'Cause you know you're not gonna find what you're looking for. Stay searching.
Now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
You are tuned into DPE Radio, where we play nothing but the music and the tones that illuminate your mind, your body, and your soul. So sit back and relax and get illuminated. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. This is a memoir. Dedicate the song to you. Dedicate the song to you. Give thanks for the memories that make me think of you. Make me think of you. This is a memoir. I dedicate the song to you. Dedicate the song
this to you. This memoir for my aunt. Aunt Yolanda, this one here's for you. I know you're smiling in heaven and twins made it through. I pray to God and I know you heard me too. You the angel watching over my dreams, they coming true. I remember the times in Lincoln Park when you let me ride my bike up on me in after dark. Hazel and Vita were like my aunts too. I was everybody's nephew that hung with the crew. You sponsored my dates with keys to the car. White Geo Metro, I was feeling like a star. It hurt my heart when they told me you was missing. I was standing in the kitchen, I barely wanted to listen. Sometimes I can't believe that you're gone. You were my number one fan, I couldn't do any wrong. You molded my mind in so many ways. You the reason why I grind and go hard every day.
This is a memoir. I dedicate the song to you.
Dedicate the song, dedicate the song
to you. Thanks for the memories that make me think of you. For all it's worth, I dedicate my verse to the one who gave birth to me. You push for me. C-section to be exact, so you pull for me. Only 18, vision of a little boy. Knew it was hard, you put your faith in God. When Pops went left, never talked bad about him. I look like him, grandma helped, and my physical and spiritual growth. Scared to be your father, you gave me support. Graduated from college, you showed me support. I love that, had for you, I cherish the most. No matter if we rich or broke, you still cracking jokes. The day I got married, you was there for the toast. Cheers. I love you, mama. Give thanks. This is a memoir. I dedicate the song to you. Give thanks for the memories that make me think of you.
Dedicate the song, dedicate the song.
What's the definition of a diva? My mama when I see her, handling biz, caring for kids, can't believe her leading PTA meetings while I sold Girl Scout cookies. She made me go door to door, she never been no rookie. A smart cookie, could make a meal out of scraps, showed me how to stretch my loot, so I never felt strapped. Benevolent, she taught me to achieve excellence, but never get too high up on yourself like you are better than. Better still, taught me my beauties and my skills. Being a cutie with booty ain't gon' pay these bills. Giving thanks for your will, represent cause you the deal. I'm the woman that I am cause by example you instill.
This is a memoir. I dedicate the song to you. This is a memoir. I dedicate the song to you. Give thanks for the memories.
Welcome to Media Minutes. I'm Stevie Converse.
And I'm Candace Clement.
And I'm Megan Tatey. When Congress voted last week to extend the payroll tax cut and unemployment benefits, they also passed another important provision for the public, opening up TV spectrum for unlicensed use. All wireless signals run on public airwaves, also known as spectrum. The bill allocates a chunk of these public airwaves for public or unlicensed use, rather than reserving it for exclusive or licensed use by big companies like AT&T and Verizon. Already, unlicensed spectrum powers up to 90% of iPad internet traffic and a growing proportion of overall internet traffic, as well as everyday gadgets like garage door openers, baby monitors, and remote controls. Matt Wood, policy director for Free Press, says access to more unlicensed spectrum allows internet companies to innovate and connect rural areas of the nation with high-speed broadband. One downside of the bill, however, is that it reserves a portion of spectrum for auction.
The bill is definitely a compromise. We would have liked to see more spectrum set aside for potential unlicensed use and for new and innovative companies to come in and develop new broadband business models using the public airwaves.
Wood is worried that the bill doesn't do enough to promote competition in the auctions, meaning companies like AT&T and Verizon could stockpile spectrum.
That spectrum then tends to go to a couple of incumbents that act as gatekeepers and that don't give people as much freedom and as much of an easy path to getting online. They try to monetize every last bit of it.
Still, Wood says there's much to celebrate, including the technological possibilities that come with more unlicensed spectrum.
It's hard to imagine a world where you had to be plugged into the wall to continue getting online, and so people have come to rely on Wi-Fi and other types of unlicensed spectrum access to extend the range of their broadband connection. The new uses for unlicensed spectrum that are still coming down the pipe from technology companies will allow for an even better sort of Wi-Fi, if you will, rather than just relying on having a contract with a carrier like AT&T, like Verizon.
Wood said Free Press will monitor the outcome of this bill and will continue to advocate for greater competition in the spectrum auctions. To find out more, visit freepress.net.
This May, Chicago will host both the G8 and NATO summits, and a city councilman wants to ensure that cell phones and the internet don't fall victim to any police shutdowns during these events. At a Chicago City Council meeting last week, Alderman Ricardo Munoz proposed an ordinance that would forbid the Chicago Police Department from cracking down on protesters and journalists by shutting down mobile towers, blocking mobile and web access, or jamming signals. Although there's been no indication that Mayor Rahm Emanuel or Police Chief Gary McCarthy plan to cut off communications, Munoz wants a commitment in writing. These are the first G8 NATO summits on American soil in the age of Twitter, and we want to be sure people are able to communicate, he said. The City Council did not take action on the proposal, and neither Emanuel nor McCarthy have embraced the idea. LightSquared had big plans for injecting more competition into the wireless market. The company wanted to use a hybrid of on-the-ground base stations and satellite service to create an open network that would provide phone and internet service with 4G connections. But those plans soured this week when the Federal Communications Commission informed LightSquared that it would prevent the network from launching. The FCC had granted conditional approval to LightSquared, pending the results of testing by the National Telecommunications and Information Administration. But the NTIA's report said LightSquared's plan would interfere with GPS devices, including those navigation systems found in airplanes and boats. But here's the rub. It's not that LightSquared signals are bleeding outside their own spectrum. It's that the GPS devices have not upgraded to the latest technologies and pick up signals from neighboring bands. LightSquared is calling for GPS manufacturers to fix the flaws in their devices, but the FCC evidently is not willing to force the GPS industry to retrofit its devices to better filter signals. Meanwhile, LightSquared figures prominently in a political battle on Capitol Hill between FCC Chairman Julius Genachowski and Iowa Senator Charles Grassley. Last October, President Obama nominated two people to replace retired FCC Commissioner Michael Copps and former Commissioner Meredith Atwell-Baker, who resigned last spring to work as a Comcast lobbyist. Grassley won't allow the nominations to proceed until the FCC gives him documents relating to the conditional approval granted to LightSquared. He believes the agency initially showed favoritism towards the company, and even though the FCC halted LightSquared's plans after receiving the new NTIA report, Grassley isn't backing down, forcing the FCC to continue with only 3 commissioners. You've been listening to Media Minutes, a production of Free Press, a national nonpartisan organization working to reform the media. For more information, visit freepress.net.
You are now listening to FuseBox Radio.
Keep holding
of a drummer you don't hit and you dance see. So if I look offbeat to you, well, the problem must be you, not me. Irregular but never irrelevant, unusual but never uncool. You're not cut from my clothes, you don't get me, well, I don't get you. Either a believer of the fact that unique equals love. So if I'm going too fast for you, open your mind and speed up.
Now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
You are now listening to FuseBox Radio.
now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion. now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
This is Free Speech Radio News for Friday, February 24th, 2012. In Kansas City, I'm Danny Wood. Coming up, in Washington, a new report shows just how few people are supplying the millions and millions of dollars going to super PAC candidates. Senegal prepares for elections as protests continue against incumbent President Wade standing for a third term. And we look at how some of the world's biggest polluters, including the US, are pressuring the European Union to abandon policies designed to combat global warming. Those stories and more, but first, this news.
I'm Jess Burns with headlines for FSRN. The Friends of Syria, a group of Western and Arab leaders seeking a diplomatic solution to the crisis in Syria, are expected to call on the UN today to send a peacekeeping mission to the country to help quell the violence. Officials are also demanding a ceasefire so humanitarian aid can be delivered. Secretary General of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, Ekmeleddin Insanoglu, told The Guardian that stopping bloodshed in the country is the goal.
Expecting and asking for ceasefire is a prerequisite for a peaceful solution.
The meeting, held today in Tunisia, was greeted by pro-Assad protesters. Meanwhile, protests and government sieges continued across Syria today. Video posted on YouTube shows hundreds at a rally in Daraa. According to activists, the chants translate as, "O Homs, we are with you until death." Other videos show dead bodies and heavy military patrols. Reports from the ground say military sweeps continue, with civilians being arrested in central Damascus. Shelling by security forces continued in Homs today as well. A member of the opposition told Reuters that the Free Syrian Army, composed of defected members of the military, has begun receiving small arms from several different sources. Families of the victims of last week's prison fire in Honduras are still waiting for their loved ones to be identified by authorities. As of yesterday, only a few dozen of the approximately 350 dead inmates had been identified. Family members have been camped out on mattresses outside the morgue, kept out by a chain-link fence. Several spoke to FSRN reporter Irene Rodriguez. Ingris Echevarria is among those waiting.
They read out the names, and at times they only list one name. We are told we will have to wait. Who knows how many days?
The smell from the morgue is so strong that many wear masks. Family members, including Echevarria, are also angry because of what they perceive as a cover-up by prison officials. They say many of the inmates were shot.
Forensic medicine wants to cover up the situation in one swoop, but they can't. On Monday, we entered with the military, and we could see the bodies thrown in the streets like animals. Some family members opened the body bags and could see that some bodies had been shot.
Families are also questioning the official story on how the fire was started. Reina Rivera's son was in the prison.
Everyone knows it wasn't an accident. They were killed. They are shot and they are burned. A candle doesn't cause that much destruction on 3 or 4 levels. Maybe a small area, but not that great of an area. It's a disgrace that those who are supposedly investigating are lying as well, along with the prosecutor. It was an assassination. We know because we are familiar with that prison.
On Tuesday, U.S. Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Bureau investigators confirmed a Honduran government claim that the fire was likely caused by an open flame. Supporters of marriage equality are celebrating a victory today after the Maryland Senate voted last night to approve a bill to legalize same-sex marriage. The governor has vowed to sign. FSRN's Clayton Kahn reports from Baltimore.
On a 25-22 vote, Senate lawmakers approved the same-sex marriage measure that had narrowly passed the Maryland House last week. Many reports have named African American faith communities as the strongest opponents of the bill. However, Jody Kelber-Kay, an activist within the LGBT community, says that's simply not true.
There's been a fair amount of misinformation about black churches and their influence. And there are some regions where there are some black churches who do have a fair amount of influence, but there's just as many white churches who have a fair amount of influence. It really just depends on where you are in the state.
Opponents of the legislation say they intend to gather signatures to place a referendum on the November ballot. For Kelber Kay, this process is disheartening.
You know, it's never a good idea, as you know, for a majority to vote on the rights of a minority. It's that's why democracy is there, is to protect minorities from those kinds of actions. So it is disheartening that we still have some freedom in the Maryland Constitution for civil rights to be up for referendum.
Governor Martin O'Malley is expected to sign the bill in the coming week. Supporters are vowing to fight any referendum effort. Clayton Kahn, FSRN, Baltimore.
Republican lawmakers in Virginia have launched several consecutive attacks on women's and gay rights. Many measures have won approval, but the Virginia Senate has decided not to pursue personhood legislation. Amid intense criticism and mounting protests, the Senate voted to put off the measure until next year. The bill, which establishes that human life begins at the moment of conception, is one of several measures being pushed to the legislature that attempts to limit abortion rights guaranteed by the Supreme Court. And that's headlines for FSRN. From Eugene, Oregon, I'm Jess Burns.
I'm Danny Wood in Kansas City. The 2012 election race is heating up as candidates head toward races next week in Michigan and Arizona, followed by Super Tuesday's races in 10 states on March 6. Some of the nation's wealthiest individuals are giving millions to the politician of their choice. New data released from the Federal Election Commission shows a significant slice of Super PAC donations are coming from the richest 1% of the 1%. And not all of that money is being spent in legal ways. The Super PAC backing Mitt Romney was accused this week of violating federal election rules, but some campaign finance watchdogs predict little or no repercussions. FSRN's Alice Olstein reports.
By re-airing an ad on Thursday from Romney's 2008 bid for president, the Super PAC backing him in the 2012 race may have broken federal law. Paul Ryan from the Campaign Legal Center explained why.
The legal problem for the Super PAC Restore Our Future is that Super PACs are prohibited from contributing to candidates, and their spending of money to republish an ad that was produced by the Romney campaign constitutes for legal purposes an illegal contribution from the Super PAC to Romney.
Ryan says that FEC, which currently has 3 Democrat and 3 Republican members, is unlikely to fine Restore Our Future, as the agency has done little to enforce campaign finance laws over the last several years.
They certainly should, but recent history tells us that the FEC are more like cops sitting in the donut shop than cops on the beat.
And if they are fined, the Romney Super PAC can use some of the millions it's raised from donors to pay it. And a new report from the Campaign Legal Center found that many of the major donors to Super PACs already gave the maximum amount to the candidate's campaign itself.
Those who are supporting the Super PACs are really using them as an end run around the $2,500 candidate contribution limits. They max out to the candidate, but they have the capacity and the desire to keep giving, so they do so through these shadow campaign committee Super PACs.
Romney's team had the most double-duty donors, as more than 80% of its Super PAC backers had already given all they could to the campaign. But many of the donors to the Super PACs for Newt Gingrich, Rick Santorum, and President Obama did the same. This is technically legal, but Ryan says it undermines the Supreme Court's promise that the unlimited corporate spending allowed by the Citizens United decision would be independent from the campaigns. As advocate groups and some states mount legal challenges to Citizens United, the major donations keep rolling in. Billionaire casino CEO Sheldon Adelson gave Gingrich's Super PAC $10 million last month and told Forbes magazine he may give an additional $100 million. And on Thursday night, comedian Bill Maher jumped into the Super PAC game with a surprise announcement during his live show, Crazy Stupid Politics.
I would like to tonight announce a donation to the Obama Super PAC, which has the very unfortunate tongue twister name, Priority USA Action. But tonight, I would like to give that PAC $1 million.
Maher presented the donation in the form of a giant novelty check. But Ari Berman, a political writer for The Nation, says not all super PAC donations are given so publicly.
There are these organizations called 501c4s, which are nonprofit social welfare groups as designated by the IRS. And they can accept unlimited donations, but they don't have to disclose who they're coming from. So now we're seeing a situation where super PACs have sister arms that are 501c4s, and they're using the sister arms to mask where the money is coming from.
Analyzing the data from the PACs that are forced to disclose their donors, Berman found that just a handful of individuals are dominating the process.
It's not the 1%. It's not even the 1% of the 1%. It's actually the 0.00063%, because 80% of the money is coming from basically a group of 200 people. And if you drill down even further, it gets even more concentrated, because 5 people have given 25% of the money to super PACs. So an incredibly small number of people have a huge and disproportionate influence on the political process this time around.
Calling super PACs a threat to democracy, Maryland Democrat Chris Van Hollen introduced the Disclose Act of 2012 earlier this month. The bill would force all organizations involved in political campaigning to disclose their large donors, and would require that all political ads reveal what groups or corporations paid for them. A similar bill passed the House in 2010, but failed by just 1 vote in the Senate. Alice Olstein, FSRN, Washington.
This weekend, Senegal is holding presidential elections. But some are concerned about rising tensions following months of protests, violence and several deaths. Thousands demonstrated today to express their opposition to incumbent President Abdoulaye Wade, standing for a 3rd term.
President Wade was supposed to be just the referee, and he's not supposed to run for the 3rd time. We got to make sure that he's not going to win this election, otherwise he's going to steal it.
That was Matar Fall from the rap group Ion Ma, or Enough is Enough, protesting at a rally in Dakar. Today is the final day of campaigning for the 14 presidential candidates. Some of them say that Wade is trying to rig the elections, but Senegal's Constitutional Council says the president is not bound by a 2-term limit because his 1st term began before the rule was introduced. The US and the EU have also expressed concerns about Wade's candidacy. FSRN's Alpha Jallo is in Dakar. With the election campaigns wrapping up today, Alpha, what's the situation on the streets of Dakar? Are there still rallies against Wade's candidacy?
Yes, there's still a big opposition to President Wade's candidacy. Yesterday there was a big riot, and this evening two main opposition parties are calling for a big rally because they said that there couldn't be any election in this country in which President Wade could participate. So they are calling on the people to come and protest to show that President Wade is not an eligible candidate. So there are also rallies taking place as we speak.
What has President Wade been saying in response to these repeated calls for him to withdraw his candidacy?
He has already made his position clear. He said that the elections will go ahead on Sunday, and no matter the amount of pressure that the opposition parties are making and the movement of June 23rd, that cannot just make sure that for him to cancel the elections. Yesterday, he held very big rallies in 2 suburbs of Dakar, Pekin and Guédiawaye, where there too he attacked the opposition, saying that they have no program. That's the reason why they resorted to violence. But he said that he's also about to organize a rally today, now not actually in downtown Dakar, but very close to downtown Dakar, because he'll be holding rallies in Medina and other localities within Dakar.
There are 13 other presidential candidates. 2 of the main contenders are Macky Sall and Idrissa Seck, who are both former prime ministers who served under Wade. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
For Macky Sall, I think he is somebody who has a very large followers, Macky Sall, because as you know that most of these parties, opposition parties, and the M23 movement are calling for the cancellation of the elections. But Macky Sall is saying no. He said that the election must go ahead as planned, and the opposition parties should come together to make sure that they are going to defeat President Watt. Even yesterday, Macky held a big rally outside the country and just in the hinterland. But there he also invited the Senegalese musical star Youssou N'Dour to join forces with him, because he said that's the only way they can defeat President Watt. As for Idrissa Seck himself, he's still around. He's still in Dakar. Yesterday, he made several attempts to reach Independence Square, but then the police always chase him. He's around. He said that the reason why Watt want to go ahead with the election is that because they have plans to rig the election. But there are other things happening, because just a spokesman of President Watt said, very strong accusation indeed. He said that Idrissa Seck has hired many mercenaries here in Senegal from neighboring countries. They are all in Senegal, ready just to disrupt the Sunday poll. These are very strong accusations. Well, Idrissa Seck has not responded so far, so maybe in the next coming hours he will respond regarding to those serious allegations.
Apart from these controversies and the main controversy of Watt's candidacy for a third time, what are some other important issues in this election?
Yesterday I was in downtown Dakar, and I was speaking to people, so many people. Now in the last couple of days, people have been running to these voter registration centers trying to get their voters card. In fact, the EU has also even raised concern about that. So many people have not yet received their voters card. That means they are not going to vote in Sunday's polls. A lot of the opposition parties are angry, saying that now is a ploy by the government to make sure that they have not released voter cards to their owners so that people can go to vote. So this is also something that is really hampering the election, because if you go to some localities outside Dakar, about 15% of those who have registered have not yet received their voter registration cards.
Alpha Jallo, FSRN's correspondent in Dakar, Senegal, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Denny.
In Argentina, residents continue their efforts to oppose copper and gold mining. On Thursday, several thousand anti-mining protesters shut down traffic in central Buenos Aires as they marched from the Plaza del Congreso to the historic Plaza de Mayo. They hope to put an end to what they view as destructive mining practices in the Argentine Andes. Eilish O'Neill reports.
No somos terroristas, defendemos Famatina, che Cristina, che Cristina.
Friend Cristina, the singer says, addressing the Argentine president, Cristina Fernández de Kirchner. We're not terrorists, we defend Famatina.
Defendemos Famatina, che Cristina, che Cristina.
Famatina is a town in the Argentine Andes. The Canadian Osisko Mining Company had planned gold exploration there, but it's paused operations in response to local protests. According to Claudius Erlan, a member of the Socialist Workers' Movement, the people of Famatina learned from the experiences of other towns in the Andes.
There already are other confrontations in Argentina, like the Alumbrera, that haven't left anything to the people. That is, they haven't generated wealth or a better source of work. Instead, they've destroyed the environment. So with these examples, the people of Famatina oppose the mine.
The form of mining used to extract gold and copper from the Andes is la minería a cielo abierto, or open pit mining. Maria Damasceno came to Thursday's rally because of her concerns about the environmental impacts of open-pit mining techniques.
It's a very special kind of mining that's done by multinational corporations. What they're looking for is to, in very little time, cause a great deal of environmental harm in order to extract minerals, gold, lithium, other minerals. That brings a huge ecological problem because they destroy entire zones of the Andes. Porque se destruyen zonas enteras de la cordillera.
Damasceno adds that open-pit mining techniques require a huge amount of water and that they add contaminants to the soil. The protesters that gathered in Buenos Aires on Thursday hope to put an end to this form of mining throughout the Andes. Medina and Alcalá, the Andes, the speaker asks. They will not be touched, the protesters respond. Though the copper and gold mines are located in rural parts of the country, rally participant Nicolás Núñez says they affect all Argentines because contaminated rivers near the mines flow into the Rio de la Plata, the river near Buenos Aires.
You can see the contamination in onion production, which is a vegetable that's eaten a lot in this country. Last year, they had to throw out all the onions from the San Juan province, because you could see, the onions were black because they were contaminated with cyanide.
The Canadian company Barrick Gold has had mining operations in San Juan since 2000. In fact, most of the mining companies operating in Argentina are based abroad. Enrique Viale, the president of the Argentine Association of Environmentalist Lawyers, says these companies represent a challenge to Argentina's sovereignty.
The transnational companies appropriate the territory. It even affects the credibility of democracy. In the provinces where there's this kind of mega mining, there's no division of power. All the power is in the service of mining capital.
Viale hopes that marching from the Plaza del Congreso to the Plaza de Mayo will have a symbolic effect.
In one is the legislative power, the Congress. In the other is the executive power, the President of the nation. So we bring our message to both powers. One, so that it changes the laws, and the other, so that it stops using mining as a model of, quote, development.
The Plaza de Mayo isn't just the location of the Casa Rosada, Argentina's executive mansion. It's also been the site of protests throughout the country's history, such as those against the military dictatorship of the late 1970s and early 1980s. Thursday's march to the plaza was just one in a series of anti-mining demonstrations that have been held across the country for several months. Continued protests are planned for early March. Eilish O'Neill, FSRN, Buenos Aires.
In Bolivia, dozens of people with disabilities have clashed with police in the city of La Paz. Many of the demonstrators travelled nearly 1,000 miles to reach the capital and stage their protest, some of them using crutches or wheelchairs. But the peaceful protest turned violent when demonstrators confronted a line of riot police. As scuffles broke out, a mother of one of the protesters appealed to the police cordon.
Why should a mother suffer so much? You have no hearts. Please, brothers, let them pass through.
Protesters made the 3-month-long journey to La Paz to demand an increase to their annual state subsidy from $85 to $400.
What we're demanding as people with disabilities is equal treatment. We're Bolivians, not foreigners. We have the right to go into Murillo Plaza. We want Congress to approve the preferential treatment law as we've set out. We want them to take that into account.
Sound courtesy of the BBC. Several protesters were hurt when riot police used pepper spray to stop the demonstrators from entering the presidential square. The Guardian reports that some of the protesters started a hunger strike and 24-hour vigil. The European Union's efforts to combat global warming are increasingly angering other countries, including the US. These countries and their powerful industries are now pressuring EU officials to weaken or abandon some of the strongest climate policies in the world. From France, FSRN's Liam Moriarty has more.
On Wednesday, government and industry representatives from the US, China, India, and more than 20 other countries wrapped up a 2-day meeting in Moscow. The purpose of the meeting? To devise ways to punish the European Union for making foreign airlines take part in the EU carbon emissions market. All commercial flights into or out of European airports now will have to pay for carbon emissions that exceed strict EU limits. After the meeting, U.S. State Department spokesman Mark Toner told reporters in Washington that Europe needs to back off.
We believe that the EU needs to cease application of this scheme to foreign airlines and engage meaningfully with the International Civil Aviation Organization to find and develop a global approach to this problem.
Participants at the Moscow meeting came away with a raft of retaliatory measures to make life harder and more expensive for European airlines, including fees for use of foreign airspace and restrictions on flight corridors and landing privileges. So far, Europe isn't backing down. EU spokesperson Isaac Valero-Ladrin notes that the EU went ahead on its own only after more than a decade of negotiations on a global plan for cutting aviation emissions went nowhere.
Rather than asking us for the suspension of the only functioning system that exists to address aviation carbon emissions, these countries criticizing the EU should come forward with concrete and constructive proposals.
In the meanwhile, Valero-Ladrin says the EU law will stand, and air carriers that don't play ball can be fined or even denied access to European airports. The day after the Moscow meeting, foreign pressure prevented another EU climate law from going forward. As part of the EU's cap-and-trade carbon market, all fossil fuels are given a rating based on their greenhouse gas impact. Citing studies that show fuels derived from tar sands have a carbon footprint about 22% bigger than conventional oil, the EU planned to reflect that in tar sand oil's carbon rating. This week, documents surfaced that reveal an intensive Canadian campaign to block the tar sands rating. When the EU's Isaac Valero-Ladrin was repeatedly pressed by reporters to describe the Canadian pressure, he resorted to diplomatic cliches.
We had a constructive and continued dialogue with the Canadian authorities, and we received some letters, and we had exchange of letters.
But Nusa Urbancic with Transport and Environment, one of the NGOs that used public records requests to uncover the documents, says Canada has been going all out to kill the tar sands rating.
These documents show that the Commission was under a lot of pressure, and it also shows that this pressure is now continuing at the national level of different EU countries.
Canada has linked the tar sands issue to renewal of the free trade agreement between Canada and the EU, currently being negotiated. Canadian officials have warned of possible trade retaliation, repeatedly insisting they will defend Canada's interests. In a crucial vote Thursday, the EU failed to pass the fuel quality ratings, postponing the decision for further consideration. Nearly all governments say that global warming is a serious threat, and they accept the scientific findings that greenhouse gas emissions have to be slashed dramatically and soon to head off catastrophic climate change. So why are so many of them treating Europe like a stubborn child?
It's my firm belief that the European Union is actually acting responsibly at this point in time.
Thomas Fergeman heads Consinto, a Copenhagen-based green think tank. He says the pushback against EU climate policy comes largely from countries clinging to what he calls sundown industries based on fossil fuels and other dwindling natural resources. Fergeman says that, as the world's largest economy, Europe is in a position to model a more sustainable approach.
The European perception is that green growth is the answer. So what we're trying to do in Europe is try to stimulate an economic growth that is based on green growth.
The European Union has committed to cutting greenhouse gases by at least 20% and getting 20% of its energy from renewables by 2020. The goal is to try to keep global temperature rise to no more than 2 degrees Celsius. As Europe phases in its program for meeting those goals, arguments such as the tar sands issue and the fight over aviation emissions are likely to keep flaring up. Liam Moriarty, FSRN, Normandy, France.
And that's it for today's program and for the week. The newscast was produced by Catherine Comp. Headlines editor, Jess Burns. Our Washington, D.C. editor, Alice Olstein. Our technical production team at KPFA in Berkeley is Janine Etter and Zane Carizli. Thanks for listening. In Kansas City, standing in for Dorian Marina, I'm Danny Wood.
You are now listening to FuseBox Radio.
Yo, I'm from a city that is very advanced at songs about cars and instructional dance raps. In fact, that's cool when done in moderation. A lot of copycat killers in my occupation. My observations come across as a lot of hating. I should be a doctor, got a lot of patience. Rock a lot of nations, they all get it. But when I rock my own city,
game from the inside and outside. Stuff that I seen to have you standing with your mouth wide. Dudes be rapping for the chicks that have boyfriends. One time I scored drugs for a boy band. I TMZ and me to speak so freely. I'm numb to the I can't tell if you feel me. My conspiracy theory clearly states the fact that these labels and radio are poisoning rap.
Industry rule number 4080. You can tell me people are shady. So
I don't live the lifestyle, I sell it like I do.
You can tell me people are shady.
Been signed since 99 and I still ain't got no sign.
You can tell me people are shady.
So pass it out unto the masses, watch it stick like molasses.
You can tell me people are shady.
Studio late nights putting down tracks. What we do to relax, there's nothing better than that. Get the rough draft and roll, turn it up in the car. Closest thing you get to being a superstar. Radio ain't friendly to cats like us. They smirk and laugh cause we ain't bringing in the bundles of the cash. Or selling out our souls for a piece of hitting the road to survivor, man. Bear grill status, microphone apparatus, the utensil of life. Pushing cats toward the merch table, food for the night. If they download alright, we got them hooked for life. Next show then they coming, the fans will keep running.
Rule number 4080. You can tell me people are shady. So
I don't live the lifestyle, I sell it like I do.
You can tell me people are shady.
Been signed since 99 and I still ain't got no sign.
You can tell me people are shady. So
pass it out unto the masses, watch it stick like molasses.
You can tell me people are shady.
MCs are more Winona and less Rider. I'm the last survivor. Whole flow mean like Greyhound drivers. I be in the flights like Pippin. Wasteful, never recycle a rhyme sheet, just rip them. They claim that you should rap about what they relate to. When you're superhuman, it's impossible. I'd hate to patronize. I just add water for the slaughter. Slight concentration, right Vaughn, they waiting for the next clue. But do remember, P did it in the booth with the pen. You would figure it was all fun and games, but no, I laid the law and I'm about to run your name and drop it like game. I profit by slang and still speak well, while these other clowns rapping sound like a speaking spell. You call that hating, I call it regulation. I don't need the radio, I'm already stationed. Peasy.
Shady. Shady.
Original, outcast, different from the others. The flow just don't flow, when it flows it hovers above most. Timeless, shelf life not dated, still alive and vibrant even after most have faded into the piles of the one hit you through. There's a new kid in town and his name is not you, but I suppose that's how it goes. For the trend riders, flash in the pants, you know, the style biders more often than not. Now they dominant, pushed by suits and ties, corporate conglomerates and music know nothing, knowing nothing about music, mixing bullshit with art, radio confusing.
Industry rule number 4080. You can tell me people are shady. So
I don't live the lifestyle, I sell it like I do.
You can tell me people are shady.
Been signed since 99 and I still ain't got no sign.
You can tell me people are shady. So
pass it out unto the masses, watch it stick like molasses.
You can tell me people are shady.
You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
Mad words. Yo. I'm right for fanatics when they needin' that fix, providing that lift. Lot of lipping, gotta make hits. Lottery pick, free adventure in your stage chisel. So efficient, extend the menu to fill venues. Drills continue on brand, be instrumental. Lines still related to matters I pick the pen to. Extension plugged in, circuitry's followers. Girls follow us, and iTunes sales acknowledge us. Chi-town breeze, Windy City, Deep Dish, Michigan Ave, shopping sprees. Brick rapper hot, step out nice. Take my advice, I'm that tight, even in my afterlife. I'm all spikes, y'all plan, music confused. I'm not a fluke, win a battle on the planet, transmute. Not a poser, knife in and closer. Best show sober, get my lean when it's over.
You now in tune with the illest mic pro.
That's right. Rhyme flow dangerous. Mad brothers know it's dead.
keeps it real inside the battlefield.
Oh, you know the flow is outstanding. I'm guaranteed to be the last man standing.
Most notable, hip-hop potable.
I ain't land on Plymouth Rock. All I know is Planet Rock. We ain't invested, but know we got some private stock. Brown paper, bag it out. Shame how we feel the safest whenever we on the block. So I'm on the block like the center is. Internet and TV got us scared to show our differences. Streets crying out and it ain't nobody listening. So it's on the hush like my DJ and your mistresses. They gotta put the best out, so I'm the next up. Can't see him like a minute, the check stub. GPS the location to the next club. GP on the beat, the shot blessed us. Nights on the light pole, trying to get our checks out. JSL, we about our bread, so right. Get toasty whenever we touch down. Go ahead and put your hands up now.
You now in tune with the illest mic pro.
That's right. Rhyme flow dangerous. Mad brothers know it's name.
Rhyme veteran ready to get in. We keep it real inside the battlefield.
Always keeping it real. I'm guaranteed to be the last man standing.
Most notable, hip-hop potable.
To sum it up, I don't give a and you should give it up. My sinister touch, cold enough to sink your temperature temporarily. Feel G ill as the Pharisees, while mainstream MCs exhibiting like that's the end thing. Cause all y'all singing they songs, line for line, word for word, hand gestures and all. You watch your body, dog, pause, analyze yourself. Your walk is crooked, you need to realign your steps and strive for best. Unless quiet is kept, you softer than chocolate jello pudding. I thought he wasn't looking, face it. I peeps it all, pa. I'm observing as the eagle that can see from afar. Weak and obsolete like a VCR. We be eons ahead of you, doing what you never knew. I won't collab if we are not compatible. Ain't nothing personal, it's just I'm more about them power moves. You feel me?
You now in tune with the illest mic pro.
Man, even if you don't, mad brothers make no difference, you know.
Rhyme veteran ready to get it in. We keep it real inside the battlefield.
On the up and up, you know.
I'm guaranteed to be the last man standing.
Most notable, hip-hop potable.
Elder Sensei, Internal Quest, VOG, GP, Chi-Town, New Jersey. One love, baby, yeah. And it don't stop, and it don't quit. Real hip-hop and that dope shit.
Let me show you something. Right here on the FuseBox Radio.
DJ Fusion.
Check. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Yes. 1, 2, and Yo, you about to get the rug pulled out from under you. Just when you thought everything was just cool and wonderful. Just when you thought hip-hop couldn't get any better. Here I come, just pushing the letter. I make all those battle cats nervous. I'm doing a little gray skulls of service. I'm giving a whooping they father run around and give them. I got this ferocious flow, this ridiculous rhythm. But I'm so mild-mannered, people mistake me for R&B. But bust the grill wide open and be like, you're part of me? My bad, my rhyme pad is used for launching. I must add, my words are so haunting. My footsteps follow you on those dark streets. You're just a chicken head all the way down to your dark meat. I'm too rugged for you little nuggets. I got the dipping sauce, the buttery biscuits. How you love it? Why you wanna risk it? This is bad business. Show business is no business. I don't even know why I'm in this. I just watch the years fly by. I pop collars for so many colleagues as the career just die and decompose. They don't really want it, I suppose. But who really wants to punch in the nose when you're expecting a kiss? Just close your eyes up, you sucker. Cause you next on the list. There's no escaping. Yo, I'm lyrically raping. That's rapper spelled with a little bit of tapering. Holy smoke, it's time to set aside the jokes. It's your turn to step up, but you know. Holy smoke, it's time to set aside the jokes. It's your turn to step up, but you know. Everybody from the hood is looking like millionaires. But where's their money going? Nobody cares. They just caught up all on this foul energy. Negativity may be my strongest enemy. I concentrate and break through this block of ice. It's nice. Not like an old lady cause she put extra gravy on your rice. It's because I slip through the cracks cause I'm so precise. Maximize life, sacrifice, small price. I have 1,000,001 stories to tell. I'm underground, I rock bells parallel to LL. But only a secret society know about my flow. It's not a variety show, yo. I'm trying to go places you're framing MC never been. Several years have slid by and I'm still just severing. Like I'm 17 on the corner. Has it ever dawned on ya? Has a stick-up kid ever drawn on ya? Yo, we facing hard times. 97% of Hot 97 is nothing but hard rhymes. You wildin' if you think you could sell a rap group in magazines smiling. Who wanna hear an MC with limited vocabulary freestyling an whole album? But he still gets the deal, how come? I'm scratching my nuts, scratching my head. Yo, could you please just pass the talcum? Hey yo, yeah, holy smoke. It's time to set aside the jokes. It's your turn to step up, but the joke. Holy smoke. It's time to set aside the jokes. It's your turn to step up, but the joke.
You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
Face like a baby, but in a grown-up frame. Daddy's little girl, caught up in the game. I'm thinking maybe she's ready for a change. I'm curious about her. I need to know her name. And I've seen her dancing to my song. That girl's so fascinating. She keeps the party shaking. I've seen her and she turns me on. She's driving me crazy. Girl, you need to know. Come and get closer. It's all self-control. Feeling your body, but I'm loving your soul. Just take it easy. Just let it go. Let it go. You're something special, and girl, you got soul. She's out of control. To blame, she'll be my superstar, my sugar candy cane. Who knows how far she'll go, but boy, from where she came to be my leading part, that'd be a claim to fame. Cause I've seen her dancing to my song. That girl's so fascinating, she keeps the party shaking. Yeah, I've seen her and she turns me on. She's driving me crazy. Girl, you need to know. Come and get closer. It's all self-control. Feeling your body, but I'm loving your soul. Just take it easy. Just let it go. Let it go. You're something special, and girl, you got soul. She's out of control.
I peek back, he discreetly leaking, he need that balance, need a ballerina, boy, I can do that, ride the mic all night and make it feedback, I admit I'm a bit odd and awkward, get a glimpse and grip your binoculars, gravitating my space, I take it off earth, she strip me lobster, none here can top her, I'm hip, hop, hip it, come and get me when the beat drop, my heart starts skipping to the baseline, why waste time, death is life and I'ma live it till I face mine, with a chance to romance with a champ, could happen at any given minute, boy, don't let it cave in, come here, get close, see where it takes us. Maybe the smooth, slow stroke should be my paintbrush. Boy, I'm dangerous.
Come and get closer. It's all self-control.
Hey, what's up?
Feeling your body, but I'm loving your soul. Just take it easy. Just let it go. You're something special. Right now, you got soul.
Be a path with a sidewalk in. Shooting for the star, we'll be skywalking. Princess Leia, play a wide bargain. If you liking what you see, get the bite and barking. Don't impress me. Let's see if you're really ready to caress me. Touch me, tease me, test me. Especially when you're exceptionally sexy. It makes me not feel guilty saying Leslie.
You are now listening to FuseBox Radio.
flavor. Space to breathe it, time to savor. All that night air has to lend me, till the morning makes me angry. In the night air, the night air, in the night air, in the night air. I've acquired a kind of madness. Daylight fills my heart with sadness, and only silent skies can soothe me. Feel that night air flowing through me. In the night air, the night air, in the night air, in the night air. I don't need those car crash colors. I control the skies above us. Close my eyes to make the night fall. The comfort of a world revolving. I can hear the earth in orbit. In the night air, in the night air, in the night air, in the night air. I've acquired a taste for silence. Darkness fills my heart with calmness, and each thought like a thief is driven to steal the night air from the heavens. In the night air, 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 in the night, in the night air, 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 in the night air. In the night air, in the night air.
You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
You claim cars, you claim youth, you ain't charged. was right, that was brief, that came love, that came quick, like a soul labor. It was came, it was cost, it can't save me down. It was whole, it was brief, I'm in charge of it. Yeah, I get you holy licks in my soul. It's a summer that's gone like a marathon. That got done, it got written in a lover's song. Hold up the face from the days that was holy. 'Cause I don't want you in my life anymore. Yeah, it's such a strain, such a pain. Leave me out of this jar, 'cause it wants more. Cause I don't want you in my life anymore. Yeah, it's such a cost, such a game. So leave me out of this jar, 'cause it wants more.
You are now listening to FuseBox Radio.
There's a feeling you get living here from the people and the music you hear speaking to you, and the message is clear. Enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself. Seen it all now, been through hell and we're back. We're so strong now, we can't help but give back through our song now, so the world will know that we enjoy ourselves, enjoy
kukhala kuti namalenga ankatilenga kuti tizitha kumadziwa zochitika mawa. Hayi mavuto ambiri bwezi chikuwapewa koma mutu ndi mutu basi zama walizazona mawa lomwero anatero goloti moyo wine moyo atate chokoleredine kuleto ulendo wa utali pamoyo palisa mbili tichita zosayenera kuzichita ukakala kumangolira misozi maso kunongoneza moto zoyenera kuzichita ndiye zimene sititichita ukakala kumangodabwa kolina malenga anakonza chocho pamoyo palisa mbili tichita zosayenera kuzichita ukakala kumangolira misozi maso kunongoneza moto zoyenera kuzichita ndiye zimene sititichita ukakala kumangodabwa kolina malenga anakonza chocho osauka tisiye kutukwana na malenga chifukwa cha umphawi wathu na malenga sanalenge umphawi ayi koma dziko lapansi pachuluka anthu ambiri okhulupirira kuti iwo apeze bwino mpaka na wina atuzikepo kapena ataye moyo wake basi chisoni moyo wine moyo atate chokoleredine kuleto wa utali
ngaqala ngiqhela qhekso kuphula amasango nyami yangena 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 ngaqala ngiqhela qhekso kuphula amasango nyami yangena
hari ataka matata tlile ka minovela hari ataka matata tlisitse moretito hari ataka matata tlile ka minovela hari ataka matata tlisitse moretito hakere radio clet o re sekuz hakere black wena o re jacks hakere radio clet o re sekuz hakere black wena o re jacks
moyo
choka bona
radio kit kuthiwa supreme
nayo yake na black jacks leona moskale
wire